Yo, what's up? Hello guys, this is my 19th English speaking practice. Okay, here we go.
No person has ever broken your heart.
No person has ever broken your heart,
But they broke your expectations.
but they broke your expectations.
Most people think the things that are temporary are the permanent things, right?
Most people think the things that temporary are the permanent things, right?
The temporary passing of going through a breakup.
The temporary passing. I'm going through a breakup.
Don't understand that in a month you're going to be okay.
You don't understand that in a month you're gonna be okay.
You think when you're in a low, when you're feeling bad,
You think when you're in a low, when you're feeling bad,
you think that thing you're feeling is how you're going to feel forever.
you think that thing you're feeling is how you're gonna feel it forever,
Which is what makes it feel worse.
which is what make it feel worse.
You know what I mean? When you're in a low, you're like,
You know what I mean? When you're in a low, you're like,
this is my life now.
this is my life now.
This is it.
This is it.
Or when you're in a high, you also get extra high.
Or when you're in a high, you also get extra high
Because you think, this is my life now.
because you think, this is my life now.
I've fallen in love with this person.
I've fallen in love with this person.
So we're together forever.
So we were together forever.
And I'm always going to feel like this.
And I'm always going to feel like this.
They're the one.
They're the one.
Then a month later, you're like,
And then a month later, you're like,
is this my life forever?
is this my life forever?
And then it goes back and forth.
And then it goes back and forth.
Then you don't get that all of your emotions are temporary.
And you don't get that all of your emotions are temporary.
They're passing things.
They're passing things.
So most of our pain comes from believing.
So most of our pain comes from believing.
I believe that we should keep holding on to these things that are really heavy in our lives.
I believe that we should keep holding onto these things that are really heavy in our lives.
Even in physical examples, like
Even in physical examples, like
just there's a lot of us that have an attic full of things.
just have a lot of us that have an attic full of things, right?
Right? A lot of those things are things that
A lot of things that
your past thinks you should
your past thing you should have,
have,
but they're not necessarily
what your heart would want right now.
what your heart would want right now.
Right? Like
Right.
This is something I inherited, or
Like this is something inherited,
I should keep this and one day show my kids.
or I should keep this and one day show my kids,
Right?
right?
So to give you an example for me,
So to give you an example, for me,
I had a top Comedy Central special in 2006.
I had a Comedy Central special in 2006.
I was cleaning a couple years
I was cleaning a couple years ago,
and I found this huge poster from that.
and I found this huge poster from that.
And it's something I'm so proud of.
And it was something I'm so proud of.
I was like, should I keep this?
And I was like, should I keep this? And I was like,
my mind comes up with a justification for
my mind comes up with a justification for why I should keep that.
And I believe when your mind comes up with a justification,
And I believe when your mind comes up with the justification,
that means you don't want it.
that means you don't want that.
I don't justify to anybody why I do this for a living.
I don't justify to anybody why I do this for a living.
I don't justify who my family is.
I don't justify who my family is.
I don't justify who my best friends are to anybody.
I don't justify to who my friends are to anybody.
But there are some of us that have
，OK，今天就到这喽，拜拜。